Let's remember very, very quick. We presented this a year ago. On September 19th, 2006, this so-called mysterious object blocked the Atlantis to come back, from coming back. You never saw this image in your television. However, it was broadcast by NASA in the NASA channel. This is the so-called mysterious object. And this object was along the Atlantis for at least 8 hours. This is not coincidental. I said it, and if you want to check it in the conference a year ago, this was somehow a warning. And look what is happening now. Because we cannot consider this just like a coincidence, but something that was made on purpose.
And this incident also embarrassed NASA because this was the first time that NASA acknowledged that an unknown object was witnessed or was sighted by the astronauts, causing a delay of 1 day in the return of the shuttle, which was unprecedented, and well, it causes a lot of commotion among the media.
And let's remember now what Marianne Stephanie Chin Piper said about that mission. Please, you can turn the lights a little bit down.
Yes, please, bring the lights down.
And the sound up, please.
It was just something that, you know, something that you'd never seen before. And when I finally got to go out the door, that was something different too. And I figured that would never happen without the preparation we had, training the team. And so
as I understand, she's suffering of post-traumatic syndrome. It means that she was under stress. It happened twice to her. Let's remember one of the videos from this STS mission. I want to tell you that all these videos have been recorded by Santiago Iturria in his house directly from the NASA satellite. We can see here Atlantis releasing large quantities of water. I don't know if that is water. For me, it would be stupid just to release water into the space.
And suddenly see what is appearing on the upper part of the screen. This is a luminous object that appears from nowhere, and it's showing a rectangular shape, and it's getting near and suddenly stop. And as you can see, the shape is very clear, like rectangular, tubular shape, and remaining there, like observing this operation of releasing that fluid was supposed to be water, we don't know, but suddenly it disappeared again, and it was recorded on live time, broadcast on live time by NASA.
Also, it seems like a warning. We are watching you. The same thing happened on November 22nd when Mike Lopez Alegría and Mikhail Yurin they wanted to make a spacewalk.
They were planning to do important work outside of the International Space Station, but for some reason, they could not open the hatch. There was a mysterious force. Now, you can listen to the original audio that was in Russian because it was a Russian team mission, but it's also translated. And
please observe this object.
Observe the object outside.
This is not the moon. This is not a satellite. This is not an asteroid. This is something else.
Yes, it's not the moon because on the background is at night Earth. So this was exactly between the ESS and Earth, so it's not the moon. But watch carefully and hear the audio.
There is something that's on the way. Let's try it this way now. Understand the reason. Maybe there is some foreign object. Maybe something is on the way. Okay, for right now, just go ahead and look at the entire hatch. Try to inspect it. And you know, I'd say that the resistance is pretty sufficient. Well, but I cannot see anything on my side. I cannot see any obstacles. Well, the same here. I do not see anything either. I don't understand what's going on. Let's try to close it. Okay. Yes, guys, go ahead. Close it. Use the tool. Close it completely.
But seriously, when the object disappears, the hatch could open. Make your guess.
Again, it's like a warning. We can, if we want, we won't let you go to the space. But anybody is free to think the better conclusion. Then it came the mission STS-116. And this was also a very important mission because they took the first solar panels to the International Space Station, and they have many problems. Just 2 videos from that mission. This one, very clear. Again, we have a sighting that is like a warning.
A similar object, a tubular-shaped and appearing and getting closer, as you can see here. This is during I think the 3rd day, and as you can see on the left is the big panel, and unexpectedly this luminous object appeared from nowhere, and this was live transmission by NASA. Of course, they did not reply this image later, but we got it.
And again, another object. They come, they let us know they are there observing.
And this is clear, a similar object, but we must be very clear. This is not a lens flare, because it's only that object there. There are no more features around that could suggest it's a lens flare. It's an actual object, self-illuminated, tubular shape, once again appearing during
and
the
disappearing.
mission. Yes. So the astronauts at that time realized they were not alone in space, but you know, they keep silence.
And then we have some other missions, like STS-117. From June the 9th to June the 21st.
This is very interesting. Look at the upper side of the screen to the left.
Oh yeah.
This is the control room. Now look,
STS-116.
Look how that big object appeared, and then they switch it to see what was going on. The camera operator is trying to search with the ESS cameras to see what was that object. Very luminous, and see carefully what is going to happen.
The objects are getting nearer to the International Space Station. The cameras are being moved from Houston, and the objects are coming closer to the International Space Station.
Sometimes they are switching back just to switch to another camera. And this, you can see here, the solar panels. The camera operator is trying to locate that mysterious luminous object.
We can see the Earth here. It's the morning. It's getting clearer. The objects are now very close. This is the Earth again. And the objects are really close now. And this is a very important video because it's probably the nearest that has ever been recorded.
This is the best part of the sequence. The camera operator was trying to find the object, but he realized that the object got closer to the International Space Station, very closer, and he finally located with the camera, and look how close it is, passing behind.
It's important to say that it's in the other side of the solar panels. This object is investigating the solar panels. You can see the light through the solar panels. It means that it's very, very close and is examining the solar panels. We can see them now clearer, and through the little holes, we can observe. It's not a coincidence that these solar panels were set just 3 days before this sighting.
As you can see, the camera operator is very interested in following this object. And look the size. And it's moving very close. So these were live images broadcast early morning, 3 o'clock in the morning. And well, it took me by surprise to see this sequence. And now you can see it very clear.
Now is the mission STS-117. This is in June last year. We didn't have as many and probably as important sightings, but we have some.
Deliver Clay Anderson.
This is a wonderful footage.
His
Look at
6-month
that.
tour of duty on board the International Space Station.
Of course.
We'll bring
Look,
flight engineer Sonny
these
Williams
images
home from.
suddenly appear, and NASA could not do anything, but maybe in a matter of seconds, and we got those evidences. This is another one, blinking object, at certain distance, but very clear, and it is not an ice particle, all right? Like NASA likes to say, an ice particle, intelligent ice particle. Well, I don't think so. Well, you know, and all the missions have been visited or watched by these UFOs crowds. These are the panels when they are extending promise, and all again another object. Sometimes the objects are a certain distance, sometimes they are closer, but look at that. And look how the camera operator is also very interested. That reflects that they are also interested in this activity. This is the undocking, the shuttle undocking from the space shuttle, and this was an extremely bizarre incident. Look at that, known as the worm around the International Space Station. Very weird. Mysteries in space.
The STS-120 was full of sightings again. It was the discovery again, and this was from the 23rd of October to the 8th of November. From the very first day, we had the sightings. As you know, the shuttle is moving, what, 15,000 miles per hour, something like that?
Yes, yes, on orbit, and this is the cargo bay, and
the objects are chasing for more than 30 minutes. You can see it's getting closer, it's getting nearer. The Earth is moving because the shuttle is moving. It's not just parked there. And here you have another object that is going back.
And it's clear, there is something important. And these transmissions by the shuttle, you cannot see planets or stars because of the illumination of the Earth or the. So these are actual objects. Only under very special circumstances, in infrared, some stars could see, but not in these images. So they cannot say these are planets or stars. And besides that, they are moving.
And I can tell you, all the mission was full of sightings. This is October the 30th, when they were trying to repair the new solar panels. If you remember, they had many problems. And in that mission, that day, there were at least 8 cameras working. And in almost every single shot of that cameras, we can see different objects just observing what is going on. And they are very, very near.
This big object was present all that time of the repairment, sometimes in one place, sometimes in another place, moving, very big object, and watching this.
Look, the astronaut. The astronaut is
that
upside
is the
down.
spacewalk. Yeah.
And we can see this object getting close to it.
There it is, to the left, to the right side of the screen. You can see the astronauts on the spacewalk working, and also the same big object observing. this was a long sequence, and this object was moving in different locations, but all the time present. This mission, STS-120, was the most successful mission for NASA, but also has a lot of UFO sightings for us, the researchers.
What is amazing is the American media is not presenting this openly, and now this is very important.
Yeah.
Look, this is the landing of the
Discovery landing, and look up above.
A UFO comes just above it.
Look above. Look. Do you see it? That object suddenly stopped and kept there. So this is the first time that we have an actual footage of an unidentified flying object approaching the shuttle when landing. This is quite unique, so this mission was really surprising. And the image is very clear.
Africa, and then out over the Indian.
And this is the STS-120.
Yeah, this is the last one. This is the last one, just 1 month, last month. And well, we can tell you there were, again, many UFOs around. As you can see here, again, the cargo bay. But you see all these incidents sometimes happens just in seconds. So if you are not watching or recording at that exact time, you can lose the evidence. You can lose the evidence. So we must keep ourselves 24 hours for 14 days watching and recording in order to get these evidences. So we are not alone in space.
This mission was not as spectacular as the others, but there were objects there. And again, you have to consider that even though these objects, this light seems to be static, they are moving at the same speed of the International Space Station or the shuttles.
Can you put the original audio, please, to the videos, because we are not hearing audio on the videos?
No, but it's music. I don't think it's the original audio. I don't think it is.
Okay, thank you.
They are not as clear this time.
Atlantis, Houston sees a good config for the NC4 burn.
That I call up to the Atlantis crew, preparing for a final NC rendezvous phasing burn.
Look at that. Look at that. Of course, they never comment during the transmission anything unusual.
Again, to refine that approach, the last burn put the.
But we are
shuttle
certain that they are aware that there is something outside.
It was a height adjustment burn, and
so it's very
two
clear.
vehicles were 35 nautical miles apart at that point. Closing in, we are 4 hours 19 minutes from the scheduled docking of the two vehicles.
And we can assure you, these are not shooting stars. These are something else. Now this is a interesting feature, because the shuttle is what you are seeing here, and then some objects appeared around,
reporting a good burn.
as you can see. You see in the lower part of the screen. So every time a different action takes place. But we can expect every time a spectacular incident could happen.
And,
there's another one.
Glove heaters are off,
and it's going up.
Are clean.
This is huge, and it's going up very slowly.
Heaters. One of them's on. I think take that one off.
Now this
Thank you.
this mission of last month was also successful. And they decided to right away prepare the Endeavour to be launched this month. And as you can see, during the spacewalk also, suddenly something unknown appeared.
And the adjustable is also released. Okay. Right free,
Cart bill continue to maneuver and put it in position for installation on the P1 truss.
Okay, we copy station.
We've just passed the 3-hour mark of this EVA, just past the halfway mark. The spacewalk originally slated to last about 6.5 hours, and they are on schedule.